Great to see everyone here on social, LinkedIn, Twitter and YouTube. My name is Neil Fluester, Senior Product Manager at Polycom here in Munich. And I've just dialed into a call with our friends, our partner at Involve. And it's great actually, we're using your Involve Cloud here. I'm out of the UK, but it's great to be able to dial in using the Involve Cloud. And I'm joined by Kev, with Jason and with Noel. And Jason, you had something in your hands a minute ago that you guys have just got from us. The Polycom Pano. How are you getting on with it?
Yeah, I've bought a Pano home because I wanted to see how easy it is to install. I'm a sales guy, so can I install this? Can I use this? Can I get used to it? Also, we want to tackle some questions with you, Neil. Some questions that our customers ask. So I'll kick us off. This is Polycom product, Polycom name on the front. Do you need to tie this in with the Polycom VC solution?
No, absolutely not. There's three main use cases with the Pano. So the first one is it is a completely standalone wireless content sharing gateway. And you can use it without any other Polycom equipment in the room. So just drop it in, connect it up to any HDMI enabled screen, and then you can share to it wirelessly without the need of any downloads or plugins or little dongles or anything. And you can share from your Windows, Apple, or even your Android mobile devices wirelessly to the screen. The second use case is, yes, you can connect it to a video conferencing system, either one of the amazing Polycom systems or even one of our competitor systems. Again, if it takes an HDMI content input, you can use the Pano as a content pod or a content enhancement to add that wireless content sharing capability to those codecs, either to ours or the competition's. The third use case is, if you've got a touch screen, you can then connect the touch screen up to it, and then you can add the additional capability of being able to annotate, whiteboard, either over the top of your content you're sharing, or just use it as a kind of interactive whiteboard. So three use cases, either on its own, with Polycom or with one of our competitors' solutions, or again with a touchscreen to add that extra layer of interactivity on it.
Alright, so Neil, you said no downloads, no plugins, no dongles.
Yeah.
Does that mean all users have got to be on the same network?
Well, so there's obviously challenges around network connectivity, and obviously everyone's network is different in the way in which you've got your VLAN, subnets, and everything set up. The technology that we use on the Pano is Miracast, which is inherent in the operating system of Windows 10 and also most Android devices. And Miracast uses a technology called Wi-Fi Direct. And Wi-Fi Direct means that I'm actually creating a Wi-Fi connection to the Pano itself. So I don't need to be on the same network at all. Now, with other devices, we use, or with Apple devices, we use the AirPlay protocol from Apple. And AirPlay works slightly different in the fact that you need to be on the same subnet as the device itself. So there are several deployment options for users using Apple. Obviously, the easiest one is just to actually place the Pano on the guest Wi-Fi network or on the Wi-Fi network that users are connecting onto, and then you don't need any plugins to install. Now, Miracast as a technology is included as standard in Windows 10, and AirPlay is included in all Apple devices. But obviously, there are some users still out there using Windows 7. You maybe even have Windows XP. You never know. We do, for those users that don't have that native capability in the operating system, we do have two other options. There is an HDMI input on the Pano, so you can actually, for those people who like the physical cable, you can chuck that in there. And also, so for the other users, there is an app you can install. But so you don't necessarily need to be on the same network. You don't necessarily have to have a specific device to be able to connect.
Wireless. With it being wireless, what about the video content, the frame rate playback? Are we looking good?
Yeah, it's a good question and a good point. Now, obviously, it is down. There are many factors that will obviously impact the quality of the frame rate of the video. Obviously, your device. If you're using an Apple, whether you're using an Android, whether you're using Windows, the quality of the wireless network. how close to the access point you are, and the quality of the network. We do support as the standard of AirPlay and Miracast, which do support 1080p, 30 and full frame rate video. Obviously, as I say, there are lots of factors that can impact that, but the Pano itself does actually support it. Interestingly enough, the actual capabilities of the Pano are way above that. The Pano itself actually supports 4K 60 as its output. And the actual HDMI input supports 4K 30 input as well. So if you want the actual best quality in the world with the Pano, then you can use the HDMI in. Miracast and AirPlay themselves only actually support 1080p 30, but the advantage that the Pano gives you in that 4K 60 window is the fact that you can actually have 4 simultaneous 1080p 30 streams going on simultaneously. So, you know, Kev, you could be sending something from your iPhone as a video. Jason could be sending up a spreadsheet with some numbers, and Noel could obviously be, you know, sharing presentation, and we could all have that on the same on the screen at the same time, and have those 4 native 1080p windows in that 4K 60 surface on Pano. But again, going back to the original question, the frame rate really is down. You know, the Pano can do it. It's just there obviously, you know, are some moving factors with regards to devices, network, and such like. So it's pretty good. Let's say in most cases, if you've got a good, strong network and you've got a reasonably powerful device, you will see, you know, full frame rate and real high quality 1080p video on the wireless capabilities.
Perfect.
Sounds good. All right, I've got a question then, Neil.
No.
We work with quite a lot of secure sites, and obviously with it being on network at the moment, in my head, it's what's the security risks, and that's what's going to come from our customers. So how does it deal with the security aspects?
Again, security is an interesting point, and the great thing about Pano is because it's on the customer's network, it's going to inherit the security from the network. It supports 802.1x from a security point of view. The other really nice thing about the Pano compared to sort of these PC-based devices that sort of plug into the screen is the data and the medium, all of the content is stored on your local devices, your laptops and your phones that are covered by your security policy. Nothing is saved on the Pano itself. You're just using the Pano as a surface to present to, and then when you disconnect and you leave the room, there's no breadcrumbs left, there's nothing left in the room. Other sort of PC-based solutions where you've got a PC card in a touchscreen monitor, for example, you're uploading your content to that screen. So there's obviously security issues around that. Obviously, there are some other things that we've done. So there is a PIN code or a security code to be able to actually present to the Pano. So when you scan on your phone for AirPlay and Miracast devices, it will you know, you could choose any one of those, but you have to physically see the screen that you're presenting to get that PIN code. So you can't present to the wrong screen in a different room sensitive information. But I guess to say the key point is the fact that nothing is saved on the Pano itself. The security policy is down to the presenting laptop or Mac or Apple device or Android device, and so your IT department's security policy will be maintained through that device. So again, it's very secure compared to some of the competition that way. So Noel, Jason, Kev, I mean, those are some of the key questions I guess you've had. There's going to be more as you start to demonstrate the Pano in your facility there at Involve. And I guess we'd love to hear from your customers and our customers, obviously, you know, what other questions you're getting asked around the Pano. So I guess put them in the comments on the social networks, or on LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, wherever you're consuming and watching this video. Book a demo with Involve to see the Pano for yourself and experience it for your own eyes. I mean, it's great to be able to actually sit and use it. And please, if you found the video useful, then, you know, like it, share it, and tell others about it. Jason, anything else from you want to wrap up with?
Love it, sold. I'm going to play with it the rest of today, actually, and see if this idiot can use it, then anyone can use it. And we're going to do some more Pano content as well, so keep looking out and follow our social media feeds, and there'll be more Pano content to follow. Thanks.